The buried treasure. Look how much space. This is the space I use up for my cat's corner. And there's the cat's food. I'm still not finished painting that. The buried treasure. Is this the pirate? Are you the pirate? Always buries the treasure. Loves when the cat litter has enough space to go in. It doesn't like to. It'll go and poop next to its other poop, right? But it really would prefer a clean house. Not like the dog will just poop anywhere, leave it, anybody. Everything you think in your body, and then you eat. You eat. You go to the bathroom. You eat. All that information, okay, that comes out of you, right? And from the food, you have to think at the same time. You don't think your blood is. How do you think? You think your blood is stamping stuff out? Is your blood stamping things out? What's your blood stamping out? Right? As you talk right now, is your heart beating? How do you think? How does your mind think? Hey? What do you want to do? I want to know. How does your mind think? How does your mind think? I want to know how your mind thinks. How does your mind think? Tell me how your mind thinks. How does your mind think? What do you think? Is there a roadway? Thinking, thinking, thinking. Deep, deep, deep. Anybody see the tree in the picture? All right, everybody see that tree? Well, there's the picture. It's just a bunch of scattered area. Could be a tree, but the picture might be on its side. But when you look at it this way, right? When you look at it that way. Anyways, how do you think? I wanted to talk into the mirror right now so you can see me moving right now. And how do I think? Let me put on a little light. Hold on a second. How's that? I'm bright, eh? So how do I think? How do I think? Where does it go? It's getting stamped out somewhere. So when you go to the bathroom, number 2, the ox is in the house. The ox is in the house. Number 2 and number 1. Yellow pee, brown poop. They're both the same color. How do you create brown? Is it blue and red? Is it yellow and red? Yellow and red? So actually, when you're pooping, you already have yellow in your red. And your red, how do you make brown again? I forget. Is it yellow and blue? Yellow and red or yellow and blue? I think it's yellow and blue, right? That makes brown. But then red and blue make the purple blood. So we have the whole system. We have the whole system stamping it out. So what you eat, what the cat eats, and he buries it, he's burying his treasure, or he's the pirate. Pirating the information, the knowledge that's in the ether, that's all around us, what you're breathing in. How do you know? From the start, so what, do you think you're born and you knew everything? No upgrades as you get older? When I was 18, they upgraded me. Now I can drink alcohol. At 16, they said you can smoke some cigarettes. So that means you can smoke anything at 16. At 14, really, in some places, they say it's the age of consent for a girl to do the thing. Really, because 12, it's her bat's mitzvah. Her bat's mitzvah, the information center. Well, BU. 21 and 2 and 3, beta creation. My video's still going. So you see, because my webcam doesn't work, so I got to come out here and do it like this. I should even get out a pen and start writing on the mirror. If I can only erase it, I will do it. So you have the bar mitzvah and the bat mitzvah, but it's not really recognized. And the total of 12 and 13, the 12 and the 13, when it happens, is 25, 52. That's Earth. 5 and 2, 7, 5 and 2, 7, 77, Christ. Everything connects to Jesus Christ, the masses of creation, the energy through the moon and the sun, and through all the planets down through the zodiac obligation constellation, because it's constant. Everything is constant. It's so freaking perfect. Darwin was right about creation, but he's talking about more than one creation. Humanity as it is says, oh my God, it wasn't like this 60 years ago. There were no computers. I couldn't be who I am. Oh, here I am. Who would you like me to be? I'm a company. I'm capitalized. I'm a big I. I can't say ABC. Call my television station I Am. That's what it is. I'm a yam. Earth angel creation. L for the female and M for the love, saying she loves me. Mother Nature, she loves me. I was able to manipulate her to send that wiring system from the star system through the products of nature to create the human being of light with its own personal generator, recreating its own oil. I'm not selling my blood, I'm giving it away. But we take the oil out of the earth and we blow it up in smoke. And the wave is not good. It's disturbing the vibration of the creation. Not good. Although God can come in here and replug something else on earth and say, hey, look, we just found oil and there wasn't oil here before. Hocus pocus. Dinosaur bones. What was it? Oh, it was, hold on a second. The dinosaur bones came from, Brazil and Africa, the two animals. You see those two animals looking at each other eye to eye. You see the angle? But if you cut out in between here, you see that over here? See that guy? He's got his arms here and eye here. He's sitting his butt over here and his legs are here. And he's driving. He's in Greenland. There's Greenland. And they're driving. And look at the winds of Greenland. These are all animals up here. These are all animals. Here, look at that. Is that Da Vinci right over here? Touching the two animals just trying to kiss. Let me own part of the world. The seahorse, the big animal. You see the legs down here, the front legs, the back legs, like a big kangaroo. This whole area, North America. One animal, two animals, three animals. Russia, that big lizard. And here's that bird. His tail over here, his legs here standing up, and his yellow beak sitting out, and something around his neck. The put together. The round. We just need the round. That's 300, and that is completion. When you go to you take out a yardstick, and one yardstick is a yard. If you turn the yardstick all the way around, you'll have 12 inches, 12 inches, 12 inches. That's a total of 36 inches. Your question is, we only have a 24-hour day. Well, you need to put the ball in the center. It's got to be a ball, right? Could be a stick, could be a lot of sticks. But if you put a stick all the way around in a circle from the point of the center of the stick, it'll create a ball from sticks. So what size of the stick's going to be? Well, if you have a ruler at 36 inches, you cut off the end of the stick, you got 12 inches. And don't forget about the sawdust you lot. So your sawdust, when you're sawing, right? Can you make a direct split? If you make a direct split, you're going to create a force that's going to force the wood up if you were splitting wood. If you're splitting a ball or something that splits evenly, maybe you'll be pulling it down into a ravine. And at the same time, if you had a ravine on this side and a ravine on this side, you can put something in the middle and make it like a yo-yo, or you can use it as the river. And through that ball, or these chakra balls that are in the planet Earth, when you send down the vibration through all of these, they emanate equally, needing the value of that ball. Even if there's all lines, flat rulers, a ruler, a ruler, a ruler, a ruler, a ruler, short, 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 or all long rulers the same length on different levels, pointed in different directions. If it was 36 all the way around, you put one 12-inch ruler in the center, or was it one that was split in half? I'm talking about controlling area space. How many do you need? You see, it all starts off by the one block core. And in the one block core, you need something bigger than it, so you can put this in the middle of it to make it turn around. And if you have four basics, don't forget you need liberty of area space. You need a stick here, and then area space. And you put a stick here, and in between these, you now have four area spaces by putting two sticks with a dot in the center. This is how, and then from that, okay, it emanates. You just put a little bubble on each one, and now whatever you pump in there will emanate out equally, or however equally it's created to do, just like your car engine or whatever else. Whatever I am, I'm a receiver. Whatever I speak is from information created before. If I can put 6 billion people into the same computer and teach me everything that 6 billion people know, you have to know that computer knows what 6 billion people you know. Hold on a second, I hear something at the door. No, I got to check my water. I made coffee before. It didn't come out good. Don't want to leave the stove running. Off, 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 off. I just want to check in my room for a second. Are you sleeping there, sleepyhead? Yeah. Anyways, um, just want to go back in front of the mirror. It's easier for me to speak. Creation, man. So you have the four empty spaces, but now you got the two rulers crossing. Were they round rulers or were they flat? It doesn't matter. They each take up an area space unless it was just a dividing line by a light. That's it, just a light. So now can I walk between the two of the lights? What is happening? What kind of energy is it being emanated? There's so many questions you can ask. Let's just take it as four areas. Now, since we're using area space, depending on the size of the 12-inch rulers, okay, that you put, let's say they take up a half an inch each area space coordinate is now going to be lost to the divider. Let's say you have a room 10 by 10, but you have to put dividers up. So now you lose 1 foot for each side, saying half and half, but you have to count it as one because you can't count half the in between of your wall. Well, the total apartment is 30 feet. I put up a wall in between, a 1 foot wall. So instead of at 30 feet, it's now 29 feet. 24, 24, and the one in the center? No, it's still 30. It's 30. Take away the one in the center. So you now have 14.5, and you have 14.5, the two rooms, 14.5 and 14.5, and the one divider. 30 creation. Now, if you have the divider, but you need something to have put space in the divider has to have width to it. When you have width, you can now pass something inside the empty space width that is in between the walls, like the pipes and the wiring. And you connect it to the tendons, somewhere in the brain, fleshy, robotic. I have to trademark that. In fact, I'm just sharing my information. I need to trademark that. If somebody wants a trademark for me, I want it to be mine because I want it to be used for the purpose of knowledge. So that 8 billion people on this planet, those interested to know where, how, what we are connected to know we are connected to know we have a direct link to what they call the God I call the SS, the Star System Enterprises. Now, whether it's owned by the creator of our creation, whether it's owned by a good, whatever you want to call it, or the bad, I don't care. I just want to know that the scenario, hypothesis, can exist to complement a better understanding of how we are here and why we look at the Bible and why we pray to God and why we follow all these silly rules man-made instead of basing logic, the whole total earth logic. I don't care. I don't like to eat certain foods, but I'm not going to put a law against you eating that food. Right? I don't I don't smoke cigarettes. You want to smoke, smoke. But smoke away from me because the elements in the cigarette are illogical. They're illogical even to be smoking. But you like it. You have 50 years on Earth. If you want to go through some turmoil on your planet and your Earth, fine. But it's a weird thing because, really, because it bothers me, I don't want it in my apartment. So I should live on a house. But if everybody on the planet would be smoking, you would know there's something wrong. But we know that 50% of the people don't smoke. Is that what it is? The same thing with anything else. It's the smell, it's the toxics for the bodies that we have. I'm living for my body, more or less. Did I ever drink an alcohol? Of course I did. No, I can't say of course, but I have. I ever smoked cigarettes? I sure did. Did a lot of things in my life. Sometimes we make mistakes, we make bad choices. Sometimes it's a trial and error. And then we put the logic. What is stronger, the addiction or the logic of the truth? Happy, healthier, knowing where it brings you. They don't give you life forever. Otherwise, you might demise yourself to a certain area. The planet's only so big. Yes, we can probably triple, quadruple, but we're in stages learning. We can just puff the magic dragon. We're all gone. We start this whole thing over again. How do we know there's not 5,000 Earths just like who we are? Over and over and over. And it's repetitive because you were born. Oh my God, I was born in the 1800s. I was never born before, but you were. And you can choose to come to a certain planet, but we may have been to the planet of called hijack. I've intercepted you. You're actually living somewhere else, but you're dormant. You're dormant because they never received the full spirit. Yet, up in the main star system, it says fully received. You've come to the planet of life and death. To be or not to be, to get married, to have the ring, to have the ring. This one is for the pointer. This one's thumbs up. This one is for the ring. This one is for the bull. The ox, the bull. The ox, the bull. The ox, the bull, the half-life. You ever see, oh my God, it's so amazing. I have a design. It's crazy. It's crazy, this design, because it shows that the letter I can be designed into the Taurus. But everybody knows the eye is in the Taurus. You can even see it. And the Maleficent with her points is actually the points of the I letter. She's wearing the hat of Taurus. Have you heard that before? I want to know, what haven't you heard before? If you told me what you haven't heard before, then it's something you've heard that I haven't heard before. Or I've heard it before. I've got cuckoo. What'd you get there? A pen? We're in happy hour there. Information network. Look at her go. Hey, look at her go. What do you got? What do you got? Oop, oop. She's finding that information. Oh, there it is. There it is. She found it. And there it goes. She rolled it on the floor. She saw something. It gave a smell. It made her think of something. That something went to a star system. She knows she's putting it in the bank and she's trying to figure out what it is. But why? Why is she not capable of just knowing what it is? It's just that. Because it might be telling us a story. Who are we? What's happening in my head getting thrown around right now to choose my next word to speak in the next 6 minutes? How did you know that I've already done a 17-minute video? I didn't even practice, but I knew some of the words. Hi, everybody. My name is John. John Hookup. Jack. Plug me in. I'm a Jack. Plug me in. I'm a Jack. Maybe in the other world I'm plugged in as a Jack and I came to Earth. What do you want? Jack. Jack 041063. Gave away my code. Number 19 is my spirit. We've just reached the... I'm talking into the mirror and my phone is like going all the way around like this. I've got kitty cat in the front. So we're now in the 20th century. 1919, 2020, 3939. Ciel, ciel. Sky, sky. S19, K11 equals to 30. Y25 equaling to 55. 55, 55. Is this the 55th Super Bowl or 54, the number to the sun? We all know 7 times 6, 7 plus 6 equals to 13, 42. 1, 2, 3, 4 equals to 10. And 13 and 42 equals to 55. And what did we start off with? 7 and 6. No, we started off with the biggest dice. 1 and opposite of 6. 1 times 6, 1 plus 6 equals to 76. 7 times 6, 7 plus 6, 13, 42. You minus 13 from the 42, it is 29 the birth. Just keep putting back my videos back and forth. You'll see what I see that I can't explain in a whole row because it'll take forever. You got to put these videos all together and see how it chip chops back together. That I'm talking all about the same thing. 55, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5, 6, 7. 5, 6, 7 equals 18. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 equals 15. 18 is the letter R. 15 is the letter O. Or for gold. Gold, number 38. C and H, creation, heaven. 3 and 8, the heaven of creation. 3 signifying 3 to the power of 2, 2 to the power of 3, 8 and 9. That's your deck of cards. 2, 8, 9. 2 times 8 is 16. times 9 is 90 and 54, 144, 144,000 disciples, 1,440 minutes in a day. 1.5 times 14, 1440 equals to 2160 diameter of the moon. 5.5 times 1440 equals 7920, the numeric diameter of the Earth. Or instead of the 7 in the front, make it a 2.5. The value of Earth is 2.5, and 25,920 is the long Mayan count, which is 1440 times, I don't know, is it 1440 times 18? Do that calculation. How do I get 25,920 divided by 1440? And then there's so many things. The inner circle. The inner circle. Do I cut a hole in the center? If I cut a hole in the center and it comes in 4 pieces, each corner is a piece, and it came together to make the circle, I cut the hole in the center. It means if I took apart these things again, I would have a gash in the center, a round area space in the circle. And do I put my core? And through the core, do I put a wire? So I can pass how many things in that area space. And then the dartboard gives me numbers. 20 around, add 1 to 20, 210. Add 1 to 15, equals 120. Difference is 90. Your birth 10 times, because it brings you back to 1 again. 1 plus 0 equals 1. 1 in the center of all, and all around it means to the left, to the right, to the left, to the right, above and below. 2, 2, 2, and 2. So you have 1 and 2. Then you have 5. 5 inside 4 is 9, and that's your birth. D and E. E and D. Energy in the sun. The number for the sun? 54. The number for a vag, a passage, a V, is 45. Why do I know? Because the foxhole in the army and their description of running through the trenches, like when they're on the front line. Front line, being first, right? Being first, all in a row, shooting ducks. Being first, all in a row, shooting ducks. Should we bring the circus games over here and start to play with them, how they all play a role? You can make things from things. How are games created? Games are created from things that exist on a different level. So we had the shooting ducks, we had the 3 and 2, we had the bar mitzvah at 13, we had the sweet 16, and the French changed the numbers at 17, 18, 19. We had what happens at 21. We have what happens, the insurance lowers at 25, the earth number, and then we keep happening things, the golden age, the silver age, and all the ages in the marriage. You know, when you have the eye and vision, you know what I'm saying? When you have the eye and the vision of the sun, born by choice, hijacked or plugged in, whatever it is, when you know, man, people, humans, female, whatever sex and age, we all want that joy of life, and we don't like restrictions. Restrictions and abuse on a general level, on a private level. But on a private level, it's usually only general. When you go into the army and you become a private, and all your privates ain't private no more. They all belong to sergeants and corporals, because they're all in control of you, of the private. The private is controlled by the corporals and the generals and all the levels up, because I was taught that way, to tell you the story this way from what I was told from all those who are at the top. I was taught by the top teachers. Why? Because it says they have diplomas. All these people I'm reading from is not from online, but when you go into the army, you tell me that you're not a private when you begin. If that. And who's a general? You tell me all the definitions of this, if I'm not saying it right, how worthless I am to the corporate world. How important I am in the masses to be controlled. How important I am is how they can bring me to play their tune, to buy their TV, to use their internet, to use from all the big corporations everything they have because they need me to manufacture what they need to control me. And they control the wave. How many employees? We have 60, but we're a phone operation and we can't take all the phone calls. But nothing can be that important. We'll get back to you in 24 to 48 hours. We'll get back to you. But when it starts to lean that we'll get back to you only in 48 hours, where 24 is no longer happening and it's 48 hours, which it's going to be 48 hours anyways for most people. So it'll be 48. So once you're running the high 48-hour wave, you got to add more employees because you always want the wave. You notice that a wave is like this. Even though I say 24/48, I'm not going up here. I'm doing 24/48. This wave of 24 and this wave of 24. See these two waves? I'm not going up a scale. It could be 24 or 48. It could be 24 or 48 because time is moving forward, right? It can be this bump or this bump. Anyways, it shows it easier that it's the same bump and it's not like, whoa, too long to wait. So it depends whether you put it up vertically or horizontally. Horizontally is I'm making the bar. Vertically is not the same thing. Well, there's a bar this way. There's a bar this way between above and below. And there's a bar this way between the left and the right. I've got 4 directions to the left and the right, east, west, north, and south. So what is that direction of up and down? I can go on forever. Theories, hypotheses, whatever it is. I don't have the language of speech to explain and use all these fancy dictionary words. I think that's what my greatest, an empty head. An empty head. I don't have too much knowledge. My star system is not, my computer system is not plugged up that I can't go out and search into an empty world to learn something new to put into my mind. My storage, I had to compress it, put it somewhere else. I couldn't remember all the words that I wasn't going to use right now, like supercalifragilisticexpialidocious or something Mississippi. I don't need to remember certain things. I don't need to know who was on the Golden Globes last night or which movies came out last year. I don't need to know all the new specials that are on sale. When I seem to have an interest that it pops into my eye, I'll give it a look. But I can't waste my time because I need to be able to find that expression in creation. Raphael 7286 in A Consolation of Pegasus.